Hello again everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are well. Fritz, there's the music for you. Hope you're having a good day anyway. We are flying today from FlyTampa's Las Vegas airport scenery, Microsoft Flight Simulator version 1.0, and we are off to Oklahoma City in the Midwest, and we're going to be checking out the new iniBuilds Oklahoma scenery for Microsoft This Music. The new Oklahoma City scenery, Will Rogers Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator, releasing tomorrow. Hello to Zato, Badger, Ian, Delta Tango, Fritz, Joey Goofy, Doctor on board. Hello to you, Andre, as well. Ian, good evening. Tomeo, Carlito, Brian, welcome guys. I hope you're well. So this MG King as well, hello to you. This particular scenery, this FlyTampa's Las Vegas, was updated in December. I hadn't actually realised at the time, so I was running 1.6, version 1.6. So I've updated pre-stream today. And we've got a journey time of around 2 and a bit hours today. We're flying Southwest in the PMDG 737-800. Commentator, Flight Sim, hello guys. By the time we arrive, we will be running a giveaway. So one of you guys will win a copy of the new Oklahoma scenery from iniBuilds today. It says I'm on real time and it looks freaking spectacular. Yeah, it's super early, isn't it? I can't remember where we parked. My goodness. Oh, there's the Southwest, which means we're literally on top of the jet at the moment. So, there we are. Stand Charlie 4. Look at that for a backdrop. Pretty cool. Yeah, local time in Las Vegas, 5:03 at the moment. Southwest, one of the biggest operators at in Oklahoma City. And to be fair, we could probably play with the time a little bit and play catch-up back. So if we go to actual live time, which is there, you can see Vegas in all its glory. Look at that. That's pretty cool, isn't it? And yeah, the city was updated as part of the package as well, Brian. It's all sort of one package. It installs two folders, one for the city, one for the airport. You can choose to just have the airport should you wish. I have no idea if we boarded using stairs or not. Air stairs on installed. I thought there would have been on this livery. There's a load of custom livery bits for this particular aircraft, and alas, we don't seem to have it with us. Right. We'll zip the time a little bit further forward. Rightio. We've got the Luke Air tool fired up as well with the cabin announcements. And we'll have a little look at our FMS, shall we? So gross weight 59.3 tons, cruiser flight level 370, transition altitude 18,000, nice and easy at the States, it's 18,000 for both, cost index of 40. And with all that, we've got a cell temp D rate to 31 degrees Celsius, takeoff profile 2, 22k D rate, climb profile 2, flap 5 departure, center of gravity of 20.2%, and our V speeds there 145, 146, 148. Add the 10 as always, gives us 158. And the departure out of Las Vegas. Today we're using 26 right and the NITS 3 departure. We get towards Oklahoma, we'll double check the data as well, but looking at Navigaph, it looks like this. If you're new to the channel, for the first time maybe tuning in, warm welcome to you. Thanks for joining us today. Make sure you hit like and subscribe as well down below. So we're here at C4, going to push start facing south, on apparently to the Paradise hold pad anyway, taxiing out Charlie Bravo 4 Bravo, hold point Bravo 1, runway 26 right, and then we're going to take off past the city, past Luxor and the Mandalay Bay Hotel, and very quickly turning left 249 degrees, sorry actually rather, to Rudy, max 230 at or above 4,000. Then southbound to Cells at or below 8,000. Tone, Vivs, climbing up all the way through. I clicked the wrong section there to Nits. Looking at all of the data here in the charts, the top altitude initially is flight level 190. So we've tuned that in the MCP panel on the altitude part on the right hand side of the screen. Ready to go, and as we approach that, we'll then wind that up to our cruiser 370. So we'll try and continue to climb all the way through, basically. Our fuel pumps on. Let's get the APU fired up. Pressure panel set. Vegas is very high altitude. Mike, welcome. It is the PMDG 737-800. Squiggly, welcome. Grab. And Mike as well, welcome. Jeff, yeah, you know what, we haven't flown here for a little while, have we? It's spectacularly good. We're on Unicom, so we just got, we're going to set our squawk at 2000 initially. We're on an RNAV departure, so we're just going to let the LNAV and VNAV do the work. And I think we're pretty much there, to be fair. Have a look at the status of GSX. Still boarding. Baggage. Cornelius, welcome. We can pre-arm pushback and departure anyway, so let's get rid of the shocks. My god, I forgot to do that, didn't I? Thankfully the APU was working. Hey, we're flying this like a proper Southwest pilot today. Fuel up FMC restored. I'm going to just go through here again, make sure we haven't just reset any data. Douglas, welcome on board. Rab, good effort. Okay, right, so APU's running. Pop the gens on, windshield heat is on. Your damper's recycled itself because we had that loss of power, so we just need to make sure that is selected back on again. That's the one I always forget, and we'll pop the fuel pumps on as well, ready. A pushback, CT90, welcome. Ooh, you've gotten well as well. But yeah, 95% back to normal, though I do find that I've got this cough still and all that. I think a lot of people have at the moment, though. Andy, welcome, buddy. Wellington to Nuddy in the dark, very nice. I've had the dreaded Fly UK email again. It's a good question for it. I would assume you can't enable the LNAV or VNAV. Oh, Zato. Nice. I struggle to, like, basically if I laugh, I cough, so I'm having to be very careful. Okay, right, doors are being shut.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback.
Jolly good. You know what we need to do? Make sure we're 11228. That would help, wouldn't it? It is a cool livery, isn't it?
Check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Suits the jet very well. Not sure why that door isn't closed yet. Oh, okay, now it's closing. Thankful for that. Water brake RTO. So effectively, I'm going to try and get a really cool screenshot of us departing Vegas at night. Oz Flight Simmer, welcome buddy. Hope you're good. Timeo, thank you buddy. Very generous of you.
Locking gear.
Thanks for the tip. Really appreciate that. FlyTampa's Vegas this is, Adam. It's incredibly good. Right, so we want the nose to go left. Vegas traffic, Southwest 1002's, Charlie 4, push start. Seat to Alpha, thanks for the tip, buddy.
It's currently 5 AM in Vegas, so all of us boarding the plane may still be a bit drunk and broke. This may be a rather rowdy cabin today.
Thank you very much. Let's hope not. So we don't have a disruptive.
34, pushing back, facing southwest.
Backs off. Right, let's pause that Pacific Northwest song that's about to play and let's focus on engine start.
Vegas traffic, American 2472 is pushing back from stand 22 facing to the southeast. Vegas traffic.
This one, yes, thankfully, the more the merrier. So we've got the Luke Air tool fired up in the background for our safety demonstration and a few things like that, which I might begin in a moment. Nice tight pushback here in the cul-de-sac. We've got one pushing ahead of us as well, the old school Southwest livery. This hasn't got auto ignition. Southwest haven't paid for it, so we need to put the ignitions to continuous mode as they start. Hoping we stop. This has got a custom GSX profile.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
GSX. Good engine start.
We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
It's quite a spectacle, the scenery, isn't it? So, laps 5, auto brake RTO, we're going to pop
Unlocking gear.
engine 1 gen on, that onto continuous. They're off for the time being, APU gens are disconnected. We'll check the generators for engine 1 and 2. Probe heat has auto, we'll flick it to on anyway if this, on this particular occasion. We'll pop the APU bleed
Tow
off.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Engine bleeds on. Axe
Left is
auto,
clear.
valve
Right is
auto, recirc fans auto, pressure set. That's all good, and quick little check before we continue further down, and we haven't got any warnings, so let's pop the APU off. Status page of the system. It's interesting. So all we've got here is the indications again of the hydraulic systems in use. So we're still looking for flight controls being full and free. Super Gamer, so you'll have to go into your Windows menu and start QATL for MSFS manually if that's the case. 29986, that's all good, that's all set, so we'll go LNAV armed, VNAV armed, auto thrust armed, the flight directors are both already on anyway. Got to have a good trip, which means we've had the ground pin waved at us. I don't know where the guy's gone though, because I can't see him. I think he's already disappeared.
And Vegas traffic Southwest 3034, taxiing to 26 right via Charlie, holding point Bravo 1.
Vegas traffic Osprey 165, following the company traffic, hold point Bravo 1 runway 26 right out of Paradise.
Osprey.
Negative, following the Southwest traffic. I can see there's the Southwest jet. So this has got the old school lights. So if we turn the nose wheel, it goes with the nose wheel, which helps for visibility in the turns.
Correction, and Charlie. Holding at Bravo 1. Vegas traffic.
Ooh, safety demo.
Alright, y'all. If we can pretend to have your attention for just a few moments, my two young identical twin son and daughter are going to show you the safety features because I'm so proud of these kids. To properly fasten your seatbelt, slide the flat into the buckle. To release, lift up on the buckle. Position your seatbelt tight below across your hips like Michael Phelps or a Speedo. If you get mad, you want to take your toys and go home, there's 6 ways to get there. 2 forward.
Vegas traffic Southwest 3034, we're going to make a deviation. We're going to taxi Charlie 6 and Bravo to Bravo 1.
Along with 30 diapers, chewing gum wrappers, banana peels, and all of the gifts you leave for us from time to time. It's a safety information card. Take it out, check it out. You'll notice in the highly unlikely event that the captain lends us their hot tub. Everybody gets their very own teeny weeny yellow Southwest bikini. One size fits all. Take it out only if told to do so. Place it over your head. Wrap that strap around
Delta
your waist.
Tango, is that your livery you're saying?
Once outside, pull down on the right tab, inflate to manually inflate one.
Not sure actually.
The flight attendants are coming by, hoping they go tell
I'm
them
assuming you're flying offline, right?
Make sure your seat backs and tray table are in their full, upright, and absolute most uncomfortable position possible. And your carry-on items are crammed and shoved completely into the seat in front of you, leaving absolutely no room for your knees or feet. As you know, it's a no smoking, no whining, no complaining flight. It's a pleasing thank you, and you are such a good-looking flight attendant flight. Smoking is never allowed on board at Southwest. If you're caught smoking in the lavatory, the fine that's $2,000, and if you want to pay that for your airfare, you should have flown somebody else. If we do make you that nervous the next 2 hours, you're more than welcome to step outside. We don't discriminate at Southwest. We've got a special smoking section just for you. We'll even show you a movie tonight. We have Gone in 60 Seconds. And the flight attendant serving you running
Oh, Southwest taxi time.
Delta
Delta Tango, so yes, yeah, depending on the livery, but you can also set it in the FMS as you wish in the options. So you can sort of configure it all in here as well. It's quite cool. So this one's got the big flick bar for all the old school lights as well.
Vegas traffic, Delta 773, gate 78, push you back, VC. Oh.
Although that plastic bag may not inflate, you are receiving lots and lots of jet. Oxygen, that is. And if you're traveling with small children, we're sorry. If you're traveling with more than one child, pick out the one that you
Las Vegas traffic, FedEx 456, texting runway 26 right via Romeo Bravo, holding point Bravo 1.
Your husband, bless his heart, or your wife, put on your mask first. And that's it for the do's and don'ts of show and tell. So
Vegas traffic, United 551, East Coast Southwest.
Seriously, y'all, if there's anything at all that we can do to make your flight more enjoyable, please tell us. Just as soon as we land in Dallas. And if there's anything you can do to make our flight more enjoyable, we'll tell you immediately. We're not shy at Southwest. That's what we call very cheap entertainment. Nobody had to pay extra, but you certainly don't get a refund. Thanks
Got a
again for
FedEx
choosing
there.
Southwest, and welcome aboard.
Back before we take off.
Okay, that's sweet, but cash is always better. Also, y'all, to enhance our beauty a little bit,
Vegas traffic, 3-1, Taxi 10, Charlie, Bravo, holding Bravo 1. Vegas traffic.
Zoom, zoom.
And Vegas traffic Southwest to correction 3034, departing 26 right via the NITS 3 departure.
I think we shall pre-arm the giveaway. So I'm going to ask you one question today, folks. You have a chance, if you subscribe to the channel, to win a copy of the iniBuilds scenery, Oklahoma City for Microsoft Flight Simulator, releasing tomorrow on the iniBuilds store. Terms and conditions are in the link in the description down below at today's live stream, and as always, by entering you agree to the terms and conditions and follow the YouTube terms of service and community guidelines at all times, and the giveaway is not endorsed by YouTube in any way. Make sure as well you only enter once, so pop your answer in one time, otherwise it spams the chat. Break.
Las Vegas traffic, FedEx 456.
And the answer, well, the question is this, not the answer. It's a very difficult question though. You might have to Google it. What is the ICAO aircraft type code for the Boeing 737-800? Vegas traffic, Southwest 1002 is going to line up in sequence via Bravo, runway 26 right. Bingo, that's all good. Runway turn off, lights on, flick the bar. Flying real time RAB, not quite, about 2 hours ahead.
3034 airborne inbound intersection Rudy, 3,500, climbing to flight level 270. Final call for Vegas.
Look at this for a view. Stacking up on the runway, lining up in turn.
Las Vegas traffic, United 551 is taxiing for runway 30 on the taxiway Bravo.
Oh, look at that. So there's Zato, he's departing. The chap in front in the FedEx is waiting 2 minutes, and once he will then roll, and then we'll wait 2 minutes and we'll go.
Vegas traffic, American 2472 is at holding point Bravo 1. Vegas traffic.
Even the runway textures are fantastic here.
Las Vegas traffic, FedEx 456 takeoff, runway 26 right.
Let's watch this takeoff from the edge of the runway. We're basically, as we're matching live time, we're winding the time back to catch it, if that makes sense. Vegas is busy. There he is. Hopefully you could just about see him. To be fair, I can only just about see him as well, with all the backdrop of the city lights in the background. Rotating and airborne. Off he goes. Rich and Cali, it's parallel 42, and it's a product of theirs called Flow Pro. We've got a couple of custom widgets, the VATSIMATIS widget, the GSX launcher, and then we can also have control visualizers. So bottom of the screen, when we take off now in a moment, you can see the control inputs we make. You can purchase it on Orbex. So here's airborne. About 5 miles. There's the old school American livery. Looks great, doesn't it? Look at that. Southwest waiting in turn. Here we go. So, Vegas traffic, Southwest 1002 is taking off runway 26 right nits, 3 departure, Vegas.
Vegas traffic, American 2472 is lining up. Runway behind the departing Southwest. Vegas traffic.
Rolling. A little bit choppy on the frames there. That's weirdly enough the Mad Dog client sitting in the background, which at the moment I then removed from the system tray, killed it from the system tray. It disappeared.
Vegas traffic, Southwest 31, lining up Bravo 1.
So not as long as the 737-900. Still got to be careful of tail strikes.
E1. Rotate.
Just teasing it up. And as we climb away now, chase the flight director.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. I'm going to be quick with this one. I'm going to go CMDA engaged now. Actually, we can't because the gear's not up. VNAV, nav arm, CMDA engaged. There we go. And we're going to go boom.
Vegas traffic, Delta 773, taxi to altitude.
Look at that. We go out here. Oh! Okay, so focus back on the departure. Flaps up, gear lever is off. Let's pop the runway turn off lights off and the wing lights off as well. Pop the ignitions back off. Vegas traffic, Southwest 1002 is airborne at 4,300 feet. Two more screenshots going into Valanta.
2472 is rolling runway 26 right on the NITS 3 departure. Vegas traffic.
There's the other guy ahead. We've got Vegas in the backdrop.
Vegas traffic, Southwest 3-1, lining up runway 6 right, departing American traffic. Vegas traffic.
Mikhail, welcome.
Las Vegas traffic, United 581, is holding short runway 26 right via Bravo 1. Las Vegas.
Rich, do you mean GSX? No, it's not GSX, sorry. You mean Parallel 42's flow? It kind of, but bear in mind it's within the sim. not an actual like physical bit of hardware. Charles, welcome. Look at that. Very, very, very cool. 9,000 coming up.
Vegas traffic, American 2472 is departed, climbing through 4,000 feet. Vegas traffic.
Oh, look how high up you can see the beam from the Luxor Hotel. Literally up to about here. It does look that cool in real life as well, flying into and out of Vegas. I've done it quite a few times, to be fair. It's very, very cool indeed.
Vegas traffic, Southwest Freedom 1 taking off runway 26 right via this 3 departure. Vegas traffic.
Mikkel, very good, thanks. Your socks are still out of stock.
Las Vegas traffic, United 551 is flying up on runway.
Leave Vegas along basically in the distance, and then we are chasing the sunrise now. Make sure the cabin's pressurizing. Tomorrow we've got another live stream preview. Couldn't believe it. We were talking about in the club lounge doing a different sort of destination, or different stream, and a minute after Doc was talking about hoping we don't get another preview, Aerosoft sent me an email, and they basically sent me the preview to the new Berlin-Brandenburg version 2.0, which is releasing in 2 days from now for Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's a free update that's coming, and we're going to preview it tomorrow. We're going to fly in from Keflavik in Iceland in the Flybawat A32NX. It's going to be a really cool preview stream tomorrow. Action-packed. We're going to check out the latest development updates in the 737, not the 737, sorry, the A32NX. Lazarus Kalispera. Good morning, David. Rich, thanks buddy, welcome on board, joining us as a new channel member. Make sure you link your YouTube account into your Discord user settings and it will get you into the club lounge within Discord, the members only section. Almost live time. If we go to live time, it's still darkness. And it says there's a VATSIM event on the 25th. Heathrow to Frankfurt. Ooh, yeah, very good. If only we had a good Frankfurt scenery. Yeah, you could also, those of you who don't want to do the 3-hour flight, you could join us from somewhere en route like Oslo or something. Oh, FlyTampa, how do you mean? Fritz, no worries. Keep smashing the like button, folks, as well while you're here. Airdog, thanks, buddy. Welcome on board as well. 2 new channel members already. My goodness, this is madness. Great to see you guys enjoying the stream and supporting with the membership. Really appreciate that. AirDog was asking earlier on, I'm planning on starting a virtual airline. Any advice? It's tough. It depends what sort of virtual airline you want to create, really. You'll spend a bit of money creating a proper website with databases and all that sort of stuff if you wanted to structure it and create one like, for example, Fly UK or American Airlines Virtual or British Airways Virtual, that sort of thing. Or you could create one on FS Hub and generate one that way. Or you could just join one that is already existing, including Osprey Airways, our own virtual airline for the channel, which is now official on VATSIM. Indeed, Mikhail, we're slowly getting there, aren't we? Slowly getting there. I feel like we've been on this climb to 25k for a while now, though. AirDog, no. You can fly where you want, when you want, in whichever aircraft you like. Ideally in an Osprey Airways livery. We have lots available. Robert, it's like one after the next, isn't it? It's we've done an entire week of previews this week, which is crazy. Probably the people that put real pilot in the title, Andy. That's probably because that gets a lot of extra clicks, doesn't it? So they're pretty big. A lot of people go to those because they get the content from the real folks, the real drivers. Adam, yeah, you get that sometimes. You put in remarks, call sign Osprey. Some controllers will do it. Some controllers are a little reluctant still, or they don't yet know already. In which case, just take a couple of flights and then they kind of get the memo. Certain parts of the world now, though, you'll fly around with BVX in your remarks or as a call sign. You'll be flying Osprey, whatever the call sign might be that you've reserved on our Discord server, and they know it. They're ready for it. Oh, Super Gamer, I don't know actually. Andy, that's great to hear. We try and keep it serious, but we try and keep it light-hearted and informative as well. Matthew, good effort. Good effort. Okay, Volanta. Screenshot upload failed. Fantastic. They were the good ones as well. So there's our little train of pilots flying outbound. Badger leading the pack. Zato as well. Southwest 3034. Charles, FedEx 456. Ourselves, Southwest 1002. Ian, American 2472. And Fritz, flying a Southwest flight. He's actually in the Freedom 1 livery, so if we click on his username, auto matching's randomly generated it, but I would imagine Fritz has got a couple of screenshots already. There you go, you can just about see it there, the Freedom 1 livery. That's what he's actually in today. Unfortunately we don't have that. We have it installed, but the model matching thought otherwise. And he's flying in live time as well, so it's darkness at the moment. Just seeing if anyone else has popped some screenshots in yet. Yes, trust Zato. Oh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. Very nice. We were literally flying just east, all the way across Santa Fe and Albuquerque towards Oklahoma. Quite an easy route, to be fair. Doc legend. Ian, I'm going to have to research that. I wish I was an ambassador in some cases. Rich says I'm watching on a new iMac Pro and that is stunning. Wow, nice. What screen do you have then? Is it like a 4K screen or something? Yeah, we have an unlimited maintenance budget at Osprey Airways, and there's no requirement to keep flying. You can fly once every 2 months if you want. There's no massive sort of requirement for that. Fritz's idea was to play the country music, so that's why we're playing funky tunes today. Oh yeah, and that, Steve. No worry about that. You can just lead it. Fly UK is great. Fly UK is really good. You can't double log the flights. We've discussed it before. Unfortunately, about 4 people have had their accounts suspended in the last week because they had FS Hub running in the background, which then logged against Osprey. FlyCare monitoring that, so they've then suspended the pilots, which is a shame. There's our current position on the charts. About to transition over NITS, and from there we're off to Iwans and then SKEE as the transition out from the star. Fast forward to the arrival, we're flying the Ghost 3 arrival into Oklahoma. Inbound rusts at 280 knots at or above flight level 220. Roma at 280 knots at or above 13,000 feet in the descent, so we'll be below transition level there into the local QNH. Ghost at between 10 and 15,000 at 250 knots. Hash 10 miles later, and then Dite at 8,000. And then there's a little, this box area here says for runway 35 left to right, transition, see the inset, and we're expecting ILS 35 left today because of the weather. Therefore, the rest of this transition going northbound doesn't help us. We need to have a look at the inset here. So from Cache, instead of going to Dite, we actually now fly to Oda, where we need to be at or above 6,000 instead. Then 11 miles to Levy at 210 knots at 4,000 feet. And then it says landing 35 left or right, expect RNAV approach. We're actually doing the ILS. Which is this. So I'm tempted to look at the RNAV now. Oh, that's why. That's pretty cool. That's quite tight, actually. Levy at 4,000. And then Casfar with this sort of arced turn inbound from Mike C, which is literally 3 miles to touchdown. My goodness. Shall we do that one instead? Steve, hello, buddy. That's it, Buck. Yeah. So the minimum requirements for Fly UK are to keep it running, keep it fresh, keep it alive, keep people flying with it, keep the community chatting away, and everything else. And that's quite nice. And they've got great tours as well. More fun than an ILS, I think so. Doc says the real flight was flying a visual approach. We could just do that then, couldn't we? What we could do is tune the ILS. Or we could preset for the RNAV approach. In fact, if we set the RNAV approach, we could hand fly this base to final turn and final approach, couldn't we? From Casfar, maybe we could try and hand fly the whole thing. That could be quite interesting. Giuliano, howdy. I'll pin that just in case while you guys think about which one you want to see. And then 35 left when we do land. Nice long runway. If we try and vacate at Lima, so we can go off over 31 and 13, so we cross that runway. Probably won't happen like that, to be fair. If we try and get past that, we vacate at Lima, very short taxi then into the terminal, or we vacate at Golf, cross 31, Golf 1 into the stands. And then the gate information, there we go, is there. Doc has said gate 16 for us, which is right in the middle. CT90, yes, this is all the charts from Navigraph Ultimate. So I've got the annual subscription, which works out £15 a year cheaper than the monthly version, which is quite good. And once you've paid for it, you've got it for the whole year. You don't have to worry about renewing or anything like that every single month. Centre tanks are almost empty. Let's get those off. Master caution's cleared. Just double check. Luck Rider, got a question new to that sim, flight sim stuff. How do you choose the approach and arrival route? So, if you're replicating a real world flight, you can kind of have a look on Flight Radar, for example, and you can analyse the actual path of the approach, and then you can compare it against charts to work that out. You can use websites like iniBuilds to get real world routes from those. Arco saying, would you happen to know why my sim freezes every few minutes during flight? Have a look to see if you've got Volanta and autosave enabled, because that then saves every now and again as like a little stutter. What's the weather in Oklahoma City? Not Meta, KOKC. 080 degrees at 3 knots, 10 statute miles, broken cloud, 25,000 feet, my goodness. 8 degrees Celsius for the temperature, dew point +3, altimeter 2975. Of course, a slight crosswind. On Av Zulu 35 left. Via Levy. Ghost 3. Rust. So that's the arrival. Brambles, no, you can fly offline as well, buddy. We've actually got 2 pilots who fly on Xbox and they manually record the P-reps. Oh, Digital Atis, Doc saying has changed. So Oklahoma arrival departures information November. Let's just erase that for now. 100 degrees at 4 knots, 10 statute miles, altimeter 2975 still. Simultaneous visual approaches, runway 17 left and 17 right in use. Be alert, do not mistake PWA 8.8 DME north-northwest for Oklahoma City. NOTAMs, runway 13 closed, taxiway Bravo north of runway 36 is closed, taxiway Foxtrot between Juliet and Alpha closed, taxiway Golf between Charlie and Alpha closed, hold short line, runway 17 right, approach end faded, 17 left localizer out OTS. That means over the side to me. Weird. OTS. Probably means in-op or something. Ramp not controlled, do not call for push or power back, read all runway hold short instructions, advise information November. So 17 right. Let's go to live time again, shall we? Let's see what happens. We get that another sunset again. Hell yeah. And in the meantime, we will have a look at the new runway. ILS 35 left, it's now 17 right. Will and Adwow. Cool, let's do Will. Ghost 3 Rusts, Arnav Zulu 17 right via Will. Oh, I know, Jeff, but they always look good. So ILS 17 right. No, hold on. Arnav 17 right. Arnav Zulu 17 right. That one. Via Will. Ghost 3. Via Rusts. Rusts, Brommer. Ghost Cache, Dyke, Walls, Will. Add Wow. And it's done the same again, so we'll replace that with that. So that's slight duplication there. And we've got the RF points to Murty, RF points to Mabco, Hurrah, Gildy, and then approach like so. That'll do. 27905. QNH, we'll just rerun that. Happy days. So that's what we're doing now. Will, add wow, slight arc to Murty, over Oklahoma City Wiley Post, KPWA, continuing the right turn. Super Gamer, you've asked a couple of times now, I don't know unfortunately. You might need to check your installation of GSX to make sure you've actually assigned your license in their installer. If you haven't put your key in and it's not active, it won't allow you to see it basically. Mabku, Hara, Gildy, wings level, and Gildy is again 3 miles. 2,300 feet. Might as well check the data as well. Gildy 2,300. Missed approach is easy as well. Fly over the runway, turn right to SSKEE, missed approach fix. Climb to 2,000, climbing right turn 3, direct SSKEE and hold. There we go, nice and easy. And simultaneous approach is authorised. Max 210 knots, RF required RMP 0.9 mandatory 6,000 at will. Add wow, Adaraba 5, 30 Adaraba 4. Abku 3,500, Hara 3,000. That's quite a drop though, through it to 2,300. But I'm sure the VNAV's pretty good. It should be on it really with that. We should be fine. We'll unpin that because we don't need that anymore. And the arrival now is going to take us, as we saw before, Rusts to Bramer to Ghost, Cache, but this time now we're going to go Dyke, Walls, Will and Adval, like so. And then it would be vectors to the ILS approach. We'll just leave it in the RNAV. It sounds quite fun actually, sweeping wings level at 3 miles. Gives us a bit more to manage on final approach, doesn't it? The giveaway will still stay active as well until we get engine off the other side of the flight today into Oklahoma City. And I need to actually look at VAS Airplane Toolbox and rerun the numbers to change the runway. So 17 right. Quarter brake 2 or 3. And both reverses. Landing altitude needs to be set as well. So what have we got here? 1,296 feet. Round that to the closest possible. We'll go for the landing altitude of 1,300 in the box. Yeah, Rab, I'm sure he will. That will change our plan for vacating as well, actually. So we're going to land 17 right now, heading south. We'll probably vacate at Golf then, actually, or if not, Foxtrot. And then we'll taxi either Golf or Foxtrot into Juliet or into Golf 1 and then park up. That's the simplest way, simplest route for us. Hey look, they've got a tiny little grass runway there as well, or a tiny little runway for the the Air National Guard. There's a few little pockets of things we will explore when we arrive actually. We'll have the FAA Aeronautical Centre over here with the hangars. We've got the Air National Guard ramp top end near to threshold of runway 13. Hangars, cargo areas, and then we've got the main terminal area to explore as well. So there's quite a bit to see actually potentially. Oklahoma City Police Department Aviation Unit. Lots to assess, and my goodness, compared to like with yesterday's Christchurch scenery, the standard is very high now, isn't it? Flap 30. $64 ton, 147, 152. That's set. Still got a little way yet. Rob, is that happening automatically? Very weird if that is the case. I have to slow the rotation down on low here for the camera. It's a bit better. Tomorrow we'll be in the development branch of the A32NX from Fly-by-Wire. It's been a while since we've used that as well. Oh, look at those contrails in the background. Don't know who that is. They've just turned. Ergie, welcome. Super Gamer, it should take a few minutes, just about maybe 5 minutes or so to install GSX. Then you'll need to go into the FS Dream Team installer and you then want to basically configure it, so you want to set it up to exclude third-party gates and that sort of thing as well. Robert, very weird. I tend to ignore the warp thing, to be honest. Jolly good, Doc. Fritz says I think it might be Ian. I think it actually is, yeah. He's there. He's not actually showing us his path. That's a great screenshot. Oh, let's try and see if we've got other screen grabs. These are the screenshots I've uploaded so far to FlyTampa. I'll put them into Discord again like the other day. Look at that, that's a great one. Oh, there's the Allegiant Stadium as well. I hadn't actually realised there in the throw of departure. And the last one, boom. Is the city part of the scenery report? Hello to you. Yes, it is. It's part of the FlyTampa scenery. There are 2 folders, so if you install it to somewhere like Add-on Linker, you've got to make sure the city and the airport for Vegas are both ticked and enabled in the sim. Otherwise, you won't see anything. Oh, you can find, by the way, this this livery on flightsim.to. It's got a complete custom cabin inside of it. Very Southwest. Hey Richard, welcome. How you doing? Bit of an impromptu stream today. I wasn't actually going to be streaming today, but we then had I had an email from iniBuilds last night. Well, by the time actually I'd finished the stream yesterday for this, so a bit of a last minute one really. And they've offered us the chance to basically give a copy away to somebody today too. So if you haven't taken part in the giveaway yet, make sure you hit subscribe and then answer this question correctly. What is the ICAO aircraft type code for the Boeing 737-800? Took off for Vegas indeed, yeah Richard. And oh yeah, I should probably point out, that's a good point that AJ Finani's mentioned there. It's not the whole city included in the scenery, it's more the Vegas Strip. Yeah, you just put the answer into the live chat, Richard, and that'll get you an entry. Not far off, Rab. Mark working hard, definitely not watching the stream. Ian, as long as you got it back on the flight plan, that's all good. I could see that little contrail swerving in the background like an F-18 on its way towards. Ah, so there we go, AJ Finani's saying there, those of you who are saying you've got issues with GSX warping you to places like LAX, yeah, definitely check you've got your license key validated and active in the FSDT installer, as it's just said there actually, so that it activates. If it says active, then you're all good. It shouldn't then cause you a problem. If it still is, I'd probably recommend uninstalling GSX and then reinstalling it, making sure you relink it again. The Super Gamer is inside the FS Dream Team installer, so if you purchased GSX, you'll be given a key. You then have to put that key into the installer and it will say active next to it. Oh, Richard, nice. Off to Utah. Are you flying Southwest as well? Airdog, nice. Ted, welcome. Super Game says it does. Right, okay, but I'd probably recommend going to the FS Dream Team forum, Super Gamer. Maybe either trying to get A, support there, B, download their offline installer and make sure you've got an updated version. Failing that, uninstall GSX, then reinstall it again using the FS Dream Team installer to make sure that any damaged files or something get solved. Mark, yeah, Fritz wanted some more country-esque stuff because we're flying to the to Oklahoma today. I had, as Brambles is saying there, installing GSX, tons of false positive activations of my antivirus. Oh, epic, yes. You'll have to let us know what it's like. Glad to hear you enjoying the music. Something a bit different to what we usually play, by quite some margin. Speed's washed off. We've got a nice tailwind though. A little bit of turbulence in the wings a moment ago seemingly suggested that the weather and the sim had suddenly changed. You can see we've dropped in speed ever so slightly. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cycle it. Quite some margin is a major understatement. It is, isn't it? There's the FedEx Charles, I think it is, that's flying. Just sees contrails in the distance. Yeah, Mark, it was unfortunate. Always another time. That's it, Ian. Proactively sorting out separation. Jocks, yeah, centre tank's empty for us as well. Although short route, so the centre tank only had 1 point something tons of fuel in it. It was only about here, which we burnt through quite quick during takeoff, to be fair. I know, Mark. I was meant to do my PPL and then fly up to see you, but alas, the money tree ran out of fruit. 2 more days to the New Zealand World Update. Or was it 3 days? What was it today? Was it Tuesday? Yeah, so Thursday evening. Usually it's around 16, 17, 1800 Zulu, isn't it, UK time, that Microsoft push the update. It would be the New Zealand World Update with lots of new scenery coming and the release of that incredible Christchurch airport scenery that we saw yesterday in a preview. Still shaking it, Mark. Still shaking it. 90% back to normal, but still amazing. AJ, fair enough. Dirty 2, epic. The ATR, like Richard's saying there, when that does come in March, no, April, May time, isn't it now? Probably May, let's face it. That we'll be smashing around New Zealand. The ATR. It's going to be some good fun. It's going to be tough to learn that jet as well, like the prop. Not flown one properly before in the sim ever. So I'll be starting from 0 hours. Super Gamer says, what do you win in the giveaway? A copy of the new iniBuilds Oklahoma City Airport scenery. Will Rogers World Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Oh, crap. Not even allowed, that's terrible. Yeah, that's bound to happen, isn't it, Dirty 2? That's probably a good point we didn't think about yesterday. The New Zealand World Update usually triggers, or a World Update usually triggers a sale of Payware Airport scenery in that region. So you might be able to find that if you haven't got any of the incredible Flightbeam Studios Auckland or Wellington scenery, that sort of thing, that you might be able to pick those up. Same with iniBuilds Queenstown too, which I'm hoping doesn't break with the new World Update. That's good, Rab. Oh yeah, you know what? That was the very first tour I ever flew with Fly UK in the Cessna Grand Caravan. When MSFS first launched, I rejoined Fly UK after many years of a break in simming. We were zipping around in the Cessna 208. I was thinking about that the other day as well, Rab, to be fair. The 146, we've not flown that for a while. Long overdue. I think we left it in the Faroe Islands, didn't we? Mark, good shout. Yeah, the the engineers are still working on the gear extension, David. Oh, Hergy, I haven't tried either of the Allison actually. Christ, Mark, that's awful. Bergen to Ellesund and then to Oslo. Flight, for example, could be cool maybe in the Mad Dog. Hergy says that does sound quite cool actually for a route. Pop that in the suggestions thing so I don't lose it, forget about it. There's Nightbot with a giveaway question in the live chat again. I do need to revisit the Orbex Oslo, to be fair, because let's face it, the preview stream that I did, well, actually it wasn't a preview stream, it was post-release. The first look stream we did, we got tanked by the multiple crash to desktops that we had, but it's been updated twice since that day, interestingly enough. Therefore, I think it's time for a revisit there too. So next week, some point, we'll smash through New Zealand. That's a must do. We'll zip around New Zealand, we'll explore some of the smaller islands or smaller airports perhaps as well, or we'll fly IFR. We'll do Christchurch, Queenstown, Auckland, Wellington, or similar routing. We could do it the reverse order actually. We could do Wellington, Auckland, Queenstown, Christchurch. Ian, I haven't checked the forums to be fair actually. And he says the top of the world tour with Fly UK, Virtual Airlines or Virtual Airways is worth a look. It's a new tour with lots of prop action. Crikey, Richard, that is well expensive. Repo insurance is expensive. So Richard's an aircraft repo specialist, by the way, folks, if you weren't sure. Saying, yeah, repossession insurance is expensive on top of the general liability and all the other stuff he has to have is almost $110,000 a year for it. Whoa. Yeah, there was actually in, wasn't there? Yeah, iniBuilds LAX has been updated too. Yeah, most of the airports included in the World Update, Joey, are all small airports, so we're required to basically fly things like the Twin Otter or the Kodiak, that sort of size aircraft into it, really. Or if we had the ATR, we'd fly the ATR. It might be a good one to revisit when the ATR comes. We'd do the smaller smaller airports included in the updates. We could begin at Auckland maybe, and we can hop around the North Island with a few. That's always an option as well. Ian, yeah, I know the one you're thinking of actually. It's quite good. I used to watch that. It was great fun. Carlita says, by the way, the paint kit for the Aerosoft A330 is out. The link is in the Discord. Ooh. We need to get one painted for the Osprey Airways fleet, naturally. That sounds like the Aerosoft A330 is closer than we realised then, or at least the exterior modelling is complete now. Doc, my goodness, they've been there for an hour and a half. Just one big straight line. Got the A300 up ahead still. Mark's back. Yeah, I added them both just so it was simpler. Nurse says it's been a while since we heard about the Avro or the Fokker from Just Flight, hoping we'll hear about progress on those soon. I'm going to go onto their website and I'll have a little look. In development. Oh yeah, the latest thing was the steam gauge overhaul products, weren't they? They are bringing the steam gauge overhaul from Black Square to the Bonanza and the Beechcraft Baron as well. Fokker 70 and 100. Development update 12th of January was the last update for that, saying for the 100 variant, the cockpit and exterior models of the textures and liveries are currently undergoing extensive testing. We've just finished adding all the dynamic cockpit and exterior lighting, and work will soon begin on the Fokker 70 variant with detailed passenger cabin. Fokker F-28 Fellowship, 5th of December was the last update for that. RJ Professional, 16th of December was the last update for that as well. Yeah. Crikey. Cheers, Mark. It just says, are we still in New Mexico? Yeah, I wouldn't even know. Let's have a look at Volanta. We are. So from Gup, we left Arizona. We then began to fly over New Mexico. We've got Santa Fe coming up on the left near those hills that we saw on the screen a moment ago. Basically on the nose somewhere. Passing north of Amarillo as we fly through the very top of Texas and then zip into Oklahoma. It's about halfway now. Ashley, welcome. Yapple God, it's FS Hub. It's where all of the Osprey Airways stuff is. Jack says, what's the map we're using, and is it better than Simbrief? It's Volanta, and it's powered by Orbex. There's a free version, and then the one that we've got where you can do screenshots and a load of other stuff like the custom streamer tool at the top here, the overlay that you guys can see on the stream. That's all on Volanta Premium alongside their autosave functions and things. Dallas Fort Worth's meant to be quite a nice airport, Mark, to be fair. About 2 months ago I was showing around the executive director of DFW around Heathrow and the chief counterpart to what I do as well. Where is Santa Fe? Ooh, Ashley, night shift. Yeah, this weekend I've got night shifts. I think I'm back to work, was it Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, Monday I'm on night shifts, which is a bit of a pain. Super Gamer, have you used the offline installer from the forums to patch the files? It just sounds like a lot of the files aren't maybe installed. I know a lot of people, including myself, had issues installing it because of the antivirus stuff boxing with it. Yeah, we do. DFW could do with a very good payware scenery for it, couldn't it? Avsim clarifying you can do screenshots on Volanta, the free version of Volanta, but with a maximum of 3 per flight allowed. Actually, so because I only do the 2 night shifts, I try and keep all my eating habits the same. So when I go home, if I'm hungry, I'll have breakfast before going to bed. Recently, a lot of the time though, I just go home and go straight to bed, but I'll have dinner roughly normal time, although instead of it being at 6 or 7, because that's when I start work, my dinner would actually be pushed to about 10, 11 o'clock at night. But yeah, then it absolutely wrecks my sleeping patterns. Let me find the link for you. Mystic as it is, I can't talk about what I do for work, sadly. I'm very busy, that's for sure. Scamantus, hello to you. Have you departed yet? And how's your flight going so far as well? You've flown to Denver and back, I think, haven't you, Scamantus? Today? Did you fly yesterday around New Zealand as well? It was stunning. It was absolutely spectacular, wasn't it? Only coffee for me, Richard. But the best way I can sum up night shifts, actually, is I try and keep it all the same. It's like flying to Australia and back, and it having just crazy amounts of jet lag. See, if you just do the 1 night shift, what I tend to do is literally just be, I don't know, have a tiny little lie-in for 2 hours or so, and then I'll be up through the day, do the night shift, I'll then go home, sleep till 12, get up and then just carry on, and I'll be tired the next morning, but I'll pull myself out of bed, and it's like recalibrating, a bit of sleep debt involved, but yeah, you basically force yourself into recalibrating into normal shift patterns and day shifts and rest day periods and things like that again. Richard, my goodness. That's not too bad actually, to be fair. You know what, you'll notice actually the earlier finish makes all the difference. So my shifts I do 12 hours. If I'm lucky enough, very rarely, to be able to do the early cover, which is 6 PM to 6 AM, that extra hour makes such a difference to being able to sleep, rest and get back up again the next day, to just try and get your routine back in as quick as normal, back to normal as quick as possible, I should say. But you know, routinely it will be a 7 till 7, like Mark's used to do as well, 7 to 7 shift, and that is tough. That is grueling, especially in the summer. The worst thing is about 4 in the morning when the sun starts to come up in the summertime, and then you're driving home, having done a night shift. Your eyes are really sort of sensitive to light, and you're trying to drive home for 40 minutes on the motorway with the sun beaming into your face. That's tough. In the winter it's not too bad because it's still dark outside. It's a little bit easier flying home, not flying home, driving home. Still got COVID brain. Yapple God, I can't entirely remember, to be totally honest with you. But there's a section within FS Hub to create one, and then you'll spend quite a few days creating all the stuff for it. Epic Aviation, thanks for subscribing, welcome aboard. Very good, thank you. Thanks for asking. How are you? Thanks for joining us today, hope you're enjoying it. Absolutely dirty too. But then getting up in the morning is tough for the early starts. Whereas in the summer, it's slightly easier to pull yourself out of bed. Oh, David earlier was saying Oklahoma Center, no sorry, Dallas Fort Worth Center's online. 135175. Probably about to witness the 100 aeroplanes about to fly. My God. The other folks out of Denver are airborne as well, and we're all converging at the same place at the same time. 135175. Those of you flying along with me today, have you got enough fuel to get to Mach 80 for cruise? If you do, step on it. Super Gamer says, how do I shut down QATL? Go to your system tray, right click, and then click exit for QATL. Very early in Dallas, Mark, yeah. David, it's become a theme, isn't it? Maybe tomorrow we'll end up in Berlin as well at the same time. Though our flight tomorrow is 3 hours from 1 o'clock, so perhaps not tomorrow, maybe. Buck Rider says the best part of working weekends only, Monday to Thursday, 4 days off. Matt's welcome. Thinking about separation already. Excuse me. Richard, have a great one. Enjoy the flight. Enjoy the repo. $12585 for ATIS FlyTim Sim. So we can actually just read it here. That's KOKC. Will Rogers World Airport Information in Oscar. winds 120 at 6, broken cloud 25,000, 10 degrees Celsius, dew point +3, altimeter 2974. Scribble that down. Simultaneous visual approach, runway 17 left and 17 right in use. Be alert, do not mistake, PWA 8.8 miles north-northwest for Oklahoma City. Runway 13 closed, hold short line, as we saw before as well, the digital ATIS there. Aaron, hello! We thought we were going to just be ahead of you, but it looks like we're kind of speed matched and distance matched, so we're going to try and just creep ahead so that it doesn't become chaotic. But you know what? There's going to be some epic simultaneous approaches going on, I think. Chris, the ATIS app, so it's a widget. It's the VATSIM ATIS widget. You can download it on flightsim.to, at least for now. And it's part of Flow Pro by Parallel 42. No, I think maybe GoDaddy's down, Mark. It wasn't loading very well for me just then either. Flow's a great product, David. You know, I really wasn't sure, was I, for a little while when it first released. I thought, what is the point of it? When I was quite sort of happy with this bit up here, but my goodness, having purchased it, installed it, you then get a really good appreciation for actually how good this is. Super Gamer, already mentioned that. Press the Windows key on your keyboard. You'll find the little snake icon. Airport cache loaded successfully, it says if you hover over it. Right click, click exit. Robert, so this iniBuilds Oklahoma City Airport scenery is releasing tomorrow. I don't know the price of it or anything like that so far yet. 32. I have to find the genre of it. Maybe we can actually fly and sort of get a bit of Bavarian style music going on tomorrow. Steve says London Controller's racing us. My goodness. I won't go beyond Mach 80. Oktoberfest soundtrack. See you, Zato. JJ says it's in the store now. Is it? Store inibuilds.com. Oklahoma City? No, it's not. It's not yet. It's not yet. It's out tomorrow. You made me double check then, because I wasn't sure if I had got my dates mixed up or not. Yeah, we're previewing this in time for release tomorrow, and then tomorrow we're previewing version 2 of Aerosoft Berlin-Brandenburg Airport. Morning, Dorman. Welcome. Laura White, thanks for subscribing. Great to have you on board with us today. Oh, JJ, no, yeah, we're not previewing that one. We're previewing the iniBuilds made Will Rogers Oklahoma City scenery, not the MSFS scenery builders scenery. There's a lot of company coming from Denver. Mark, good effort. Maybe he is, maybe he's in the chat. Ashley, same, yeah, I'm not flying back to Dublin until version 2 comes. I have no idea when that is going to arrive, unfortunately. But yeah, a massive barrage of releases of various scenery, all very good so far that we've seen. Although, yeah, we had issues at Oslo, so we will revisit Orbex Oslo in the near future. JJ, nice. Flew his first intercontinental flight yesterday, Charlotte to Heathrow in the 747. How did you find it? Was it the Salty Sim 747-800? -8 rather. How did you find it? I've not used that in a very, very long time. James, howdy. Yeah, it's an unavoidable collision of hundreds of aeroplanes, Steve. I don't know, to be honest. I purchased it literally today before the stream, in preparation for the flight tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to be back in the fly-by-wire A32NX tomorrow, for those of you who aren't sure or haven't yet seen tomorrow's stream scheduled and ready. We're going to be flying Keflavik in Iceland all the way across to Berlin-Brandenburg, version 2 releasing in 2 days from Aerosoft, the Aerosoft store. It's a free update as well that's coming for that. Very good. We've not been to Berlin in the sim for a long, long time. Maybe over a year and a half. This is the state of play at Volanta at the moment. There are many of us. Zato's dropped off the list, he's had to disconnect. We've got a couple of us flying along here, and then we've got a number of aircraft flying with London Controller heading inbound at the same time. They're racing us. I think they're actually going to get in ahead of us by the looks of it, certainly because they're flying what will be most likely it's just a nice straight in approach. Steve Draw, hello buddy. One of the PMDG folks. Oh yeah, we've got a mega tailwind. 115 knots. TBS, nice, I like it. We are shifting, aren't we? 565 knot ground speed. And they're going to have a crosswind for them flying north to south. 135175. We've got that pre-tuned in already, that's good. And we're expecting visual approach. So if we were in an Airbus, it would be nice and easy because we'd just turn the autopilot off and we would just make little control inputs to get bank, wings level, pitch, that sort of thing. With this, we're going to have to think about controlling the aeroplane with power, attitude and trim. JJ said, I seen a teaser for the ATR 72-600 yesterday, parked in New Zealand. How you doing, Steve? Hope you're good. Very much enjoying the 737-900 as well. I'm sure lots of other people are too. great addition to the fleet. Have you seen our, in fact, Steve, have you seen our new Osprey Holidays livery, a special livery for the 737-900? It's now available on the 800 as well. A lot of you guys were asking about it yesterday, so we've made that a thing. Demo Designs has painted that one, and it's available on the website too. It does, doesn't it, Steve? The 600 even shorter. TBS, yeah, it was quick, really quick actually, Mark. Really good from Damo. We're still waiting on a Mad Dog livery. James, I'm not sure, to be totally honest with you. I think progress of it's been quite slow, hasn't it? And I'm hoping we will get something significant from them near, in the near future. I don't know. The Salty Sim 747. The last time I flew it, it just had so many weird things going on with it that kind of just let it go, if that makes sense. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for the big boys. PMDG's 777. I'm waiting for that to come out. The 747, the Aerosoft A330, that sort of thing. When it does arrive, along with the iniBuilds A310, iniBuilds A300, 600F as well, that is being worked on at the moment, then we'll have our fill of very good, complex long haulers that we'll be looking forward to flying. Juliet Charlie Mike earlier on, hello to you, saying, have you tried the Memphis from BMW World, or BM World and AmSim? It's on the Orbeck store, home base for FedEx. Yes, I've got that actually. I purchased it on release, and I completely forgot about it actually. We need to fly there. Don't let me forget. Mike saying the PMDG 737-600 is his new favourite aircraft in the sim. It's great fun, isn't it? That'd be the day, Mark. You might have to request it via his Fiverr account. That's the only caveat. Michael, good morning to you in Western Canada. Fritz, have you pulled the flight planning on vPilot? Look at all those down there, my goodness. Oh, James, the 777's the perfect long haul option, and being a big fan of British Airways myself, they operate a lot of them, and it was one of the aeroplanes that I was cabin crew on for 3 years as well, and loved it. It was great. The 777 took me to Japan every month, 2 or 3 times, and that is one of my favourite places in the world. It's also flown me to Mauritius on holiday as well. Again, that's one of my favourite places in the world. Yeah, got a lot of time. And the 777 as well. I remember we were in the Dominican Republic on holiday. We'd been hit halfway through by Hurricane Maria in Punta Cana, Category 5. Absolutely obliterated the hotel, the resort. And a week later, we were flying back. I remember sitting at the bar at Punta Cana with a little outside terracey thing that you can go to. Those of you familiar with the airport, you know what I mean. And we saw that BA 777 taxiing in. No better feeling, because then we knew we were going home of what was a pretty mad holiday. Ergie, it is incredible. It is not cheap though, that's the only thing. If you can go with BA, you fly direct. Any other way, you fly via Dubai. Mark was flying 777 Heathrow to Dallas Fort Worth and back again. Good effort, nice proximity to the galley. Michael, yeah, quite a few of us are looking forward to the FlyTampa scenery actually. Can't come soon enough, FlyTampa's Amsterdam. Although the freeware from New Bricks, the enhancement, that's nice. Badger's waiting for the PMDG 737, the 777 as well. Oh, James, it was madness. 36 hours in hurricane shelter. Right in the middle of our holiday. And then everything damaged afterwards for an entire week. Sort out the lighting now, because it's a lot lighter now anyway. Hello, Jimmy, welcome. Pretty much in. Can't go wrong, can you? Arku saying, how exactly do I deactivate autosave on Volanta? I'm trying to see if it fixes my intermittent sim freezing. So let's have a look. So go to your active flight if you are flying. Press the little cog up here, and then if you have autosave enabled, this will be ticked. If you don't have it enabled, it will be unticked. And that's it. Easy. It's saying this is going to be interesting. First time VATSIM USA experience. They're usually pretty good. James says, have I been on holiday in the US yet? Well, when I was not on holiday, no. When I was crew, I used to visit a lot of different places in the States. Been to East Coast and West Coast. Been to Florida, that sort of thing. My favourite place is Boston and San Diego. Love San Diego. That's an amazing place. Phoenix is great as well, Michael. It's not without a lot of problems though that are starting to frustrate the heck out of me, like the reverse thrust bug that quite a few of us seem to experience, and then others don't. And their VNAV has become an absolute train wreck at times. Pretty much, Badger, yeah. It was. I've said previously when we discussed it a little while ago on stream, a hurricane, being in a hurricane, never seen anything so powerful in my life. Havik says the VNAV has sent my aircraft into the sea. I assume for the Phoenix, right? Yeah, tomorrow we're in the fly-by-wire. We're in the development branch though, so I'm interested to know with the fly-by-wire, for those of you who still fly it a lot, do you use the development version or the experimental version? Because I know they're both being updated. I've lost track of which one is updated in the best way, if that makes sense. It used to be the experimental that every single person would be on. Durst2 says, I came back from New York on the Virgin Atlantic A330 in the same storm when a BA 747 broke the subsonic speed record. We were so early I woke my parents up when I called for a pickup. My goodness. That is cool. The 747 was great. Ooh, it's a bit of a mix. Some development version, some experimental. 135175. Oh, we're still actually, you know what, we're only past Amarillo now. Cheers. Down there, I might see it better this way actually. There it is, just below the wing, it's Amarillo. Bit of photogrammetry. Lee, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Mike, unfortunately, not really. No, there's the Salty Sim mod. That's very good. I say very good. It's made a lot of progress and huge improvements to the default 747-8. Not sure, Air Dog. Maybe 30 minutes from now. James, last time I flew Concorde, it took me about 30 minutes just to get off the ground, and then we had issues with the afterburners as well. We've left that in Barbados. VNAV isn't in the development branch yet, I don't think, David. That's the big thing, isn't it? So perhaps we should take the experimental branch out tomorrow, and we'll then have a look to see how it compares to the Phoenix VNAV. I'm with FlyTampa Sim. I think the PMDG 737 series is hard to beat at the moment. Very well optimised, solid model, looks great, flies great, sounds wonderful. Yeah, I'm just waiting to get a little bit closer to Rust's. Might tune in now though, see what we get, if we can hear him nice and clearly or not. Top descent coming up though. Water brake 2, wasn't it? We were going for 31.47 for the VREF minimums. 1559. Altimeter 29er74. High to low, down you go. So we're actually nearer to 36,000 feet than we are 37,000 feet, I think, at guess there, looking at the pressure difference. Altitude pressure panel set. And our approach data is all done and ready to go as well. Missed approach stuff's done. Descent forecast is complete. 21 nautical miles to top of descent.
Delta 3510, Fort Worth, sir.
Is it Fort Worth Center?
3510, Fort Worth Center, good morning, squawk 4670.
Or was it just Dallas Center?
Squawking 4670, Delta 3510. Hello Santa, FedEx 456, descending to flight level 344, descending via the south.
FedEx 456, Fort Worth Center, good morning. Squawk 7730.
Squawk 7730, FedEx 456.
Thanks, Zach. Fort Worth Centre, good morning. Southwest 1002 737 800 with information on Oscar for Will Rogers. Currently flight level 370 inbound Rusts.
Let's go on Fort Worth Center, what was your call sign?
Southwest 1002.
Southwest 1002, Fort Worth Center, good morning. Squawk 2456.
Squawk 2456, Southwest 1002.
Southwest 4, correction, FedEx 456, radar contact, 30 miles
Is it
west of Burns,
2456? My
VOR,
God.
flight level 330.
Shaquille, welcome, buddy.
Descend
Yes, the
via
afterburner
Canada
giggles. That was
3,
good fun, wasn't it?
correction, descend via Ghost 3 arrival, Oklahoma City landing south, Oklahoma City altimeter 2974.
We need to descend.
Ghost 3 arrival, altimeter 297 for FedEx 456.
Southwest 1002, request descent.
Southwest 1002, radar contact 70 miles west of Burns, flat VOR, flight level 370. Descend via Ghost 3 arrival, Oklahoma City landing south, altimeter 2974.
Ghost 3 arrival, descend landing south and altimeters 2974 for Southwest 1002.
Delta 3510 requesting descent, please.
Delta 3510. Actually, you're not supposed
Gadget,
to
hello
be with
buddy,
me.
welcome.
Contact Kansas City Center 125.72.
Oh, James, not a fan of vodka myself. It's always gin for me.
725,
Check of that.
Delta 3510.
2,000 feet above profile at the moment. Just hoping the aeroplane can chase it and get it back. If you haven't entered the giveaway yet, you've got a chance to win one copy of the new iniBuilds Oklahoma City Airport, Will Rogers Airport, releasing tomorrow for Microsoft Flight Simulator on the iniBuilds store. And all you got to do is make sure you're subscribed and then answer the following question correctly in the live chat. What is the ICAO aircraft type code for the Boeing 737-800?
Ladies and gentlemen, as we make our final descent, we ask that you please return all seatbelts and tray tables to the full upright and long position. Flight attendants will be
Fort Worth Center, very good morning. American 2472 with you, flight level 370, inbound Russ.
Airlines, so we ask that you please pass all your recyclable items, newspapers, magazines, bottles, and cans.
Smash the like button while you're here as well, folks. If you've tuned in, you've not yet given us a little thumbs up and you're enjoying the stream, let us know, press the like.
So let's call Fort Worth Center. Say again, I was briefing a controller in.
Sorry, it was American 2472.
American 2472, good morning, Squawk 1310.
Squawk 1310, American 2472.
Hello, Sanders.
Continental 121, the
Here we got Oklahoma approach, 1246.
Terminated, frequency change approved, goodbye.
So we might not end up with the RNAV approach. We might end up with just vectors into final to sequence everybody in, because there's a whole load of aeroplanes flying in from the north as well. And then we'll also have to think about missed approach.
American 2472, radar contact 70 miles west of Burns Flat, VOR.
Michael, I think there is a thanks button, I believe. I'm not sure where it is.
Altimeter 2974, landing south.
I think if you click the dollar icon, it says show your support for British Av Geek. I think it's in there. I'm not 100% though.
American 2472.
Gadget, no. I've run out of money. Moved house, got a very expensive house and a mortgage that pushed us to the limits.
Descending, alright, we just made it to 250.
Southwest 120, Fort Worth Center, good morning. Descend via CAM at 3 arrival, Oklahoma City landing south, Oak City altimeter 2974.
Fantastic, isn't it, Doc, from the
CAM at 3
American
arrival,
controllers?
Oklahoma City landing south, and altimeter 2974 for Southwest 120.
Lee, nice. Any mid-flight refueling? I'd imagine TCAS is going to have an absolute fit in a moment.
Forward Center, American 2472, requesting descent, please.
American 2472, you can descend via Ghost 3 arrival, the altimeter 2974.
Descend by the Ghost 3.
1,000 above profile, so we're just catching it now. The deviation is there. I'm using speed brake to help the aeroplane get ourselves back on profile.
Fort Worth Center, Southwest 2339, inbound rush. Flight level 370.
Southwest 2339, Fort Worth Center, good morning, squawk 7624.
7624 for Southwest 2339, and good morning to you as well.
There we go. Get rid of the speed brake. Be all super smooth there. Going to the home of the FAA, Matthew says. Be on your best behaviour. Good morning, Matthew. Any nice flights this week or next week coming up for you? Neil, good morning as well. Or good afternoon, rather, actually. That looks like an Air Force base. That's staggered set of stands there. Let's find out. Oh, actually, no, it's just Clint Sherman Industrial Air Park. We got ahead of the madness as well, I think, just about.
Center, Southwest 2339, requesting descent.
Oh, I will, Matthew, actually, yeah, don't let's forget. We'll find the prison centre.
Contact 70 miles west of Burns Flat VOR. Descend via Ghost 3 arrival. Oak City altimeter 2973 now, landing south.
Descend Ghost 3 arrival to Oklahoma City, landing south, altimeter 29.73, Southwest 2339.
Fort Worth Center, Delta 3510, flight level 250.
Delta 3510, Fort Worth Center, good morning.
7.
Descend via CAM at 3 arrival. Oklahoma City altimeter 2973.
So
Descend by
176.
Comet 3 arrival, altimeter 2973, Delta 3510.
You guys for an airplane there. So we got one flying inbound same time over that way. He's literally like, yeah. Conair's base is here as well at Oklahoma. Awesome.
Oak City approach 124.6.
Federal Transfer Centre.
124.6, FedEx 456.
44.6 is pre-tuned for us. We're ready. Brandon, Andrew as well, if you're watching, thank you for the ATC. Central controller. Oh, he's actually online.
Alpha, yep.
Exciting.
Turn left heading 070, wind 21013, runway 13 left clear for takeoff.
Runway 13 left, clear for takeoff.
Feel like you're going to have a busy weekend ahead. Those of you controlling Oklahoma. Once this scenery releases tomorrow. Obviously speed matched with whoever that is. They're over there somewhere. Can't quite see them yet.
JetBlue 389, receive you, flight level 270. JetBlue 389, Fort Worth Center, good morning. Descend via Cam at 3 arrival. Oak City altimeter 2973.
Yeah, awesome. The Con Air Base, the Prisoner and Alien Transport Department's call sign is Justice. That's cool. That is quite cool. Tomorrow we're flying Play Airlines. Our call sign tomorrow is Player.
And JetBlue 389er, when able, proceed direct Cam at. When able, direct Cam at JetBlue 389.
Retuning the ILS just in case. And the Will Rogers VOR on 76. We're not going to be using it, but it says visual approach. We can expect to hand fly the thing in. Pre-transition level now. We'll go to local altitude. Look at that drop in altitude there. James, I'd love to be a controller for Gatwick. A lot of endorsement training to do for that though. Same with Heathrow. I've not controlled in a very long time now. The Super Gamer, if you're still having issues with your installation of GSX, the only thing I can suggest is to actually create an account on the FS Dream Team forums and seek some official support, because it is really difficult to diagnose what's going on via a live chat. Ram says, what's the giveaway for? It's a copy of the iniBuilds Oklahoma Will Rogers Airport scenery releasing tomorrow for Microsoft Flight Simulator, which is what we're about to fly into and have a look at for the first time as a preview.
Speed my discretion, JetBlue 389. Southwest 120, contact Oak City approach 124.6. Good morning.
Is that 120 or 102? 1002. Wasn't us. Maybe it's someone else.
This is control. United 551 is inbound Ross. Pineapple 340. Weather information Papa on board.
At 551, Fort Worth Center, good morning. Squawk 1346.
1346. United 551.
Southwest 120, contact Oak City approach 124.6.
Going to approach 24.6, Southwest 120.
There we go.
Southwest 1002, contact Oak City approach 124.6. Yeah.
Contact Oklahoma approach 124.6, Southwest 1002. Thanks, see ya.
Well, arrival, and we have extra information Papa on board.
Southwest 120. Southwest 120, Oak City approach. Good morning. Turn left heading 090. Vectors for final. Descend to maintain 6,000. Expect the visual 17 right approach.
Roger, turn left heading 160 down to 5,000 and expect the visual vectors for visual 17 right approach. Southwest 120.
And Southwest 120, let's get you down to 6,000. Descend to maintain 6,000.
Roger, 6,000, and you said 160?
Heading 090.
090, got it. Southwest 120.
Approach, good morning, Southwest 1002. Information, Papa RF 737-800 over Ghost, 12,000 feet.
Southwest 1002, good morning, Oak City approach. Descend to maintain 6,000. Expect the visual 17 right approach.
Good morning, descend 6,000. Expect visual 17 right approach, Southwest 1002. Bit more speed brake use. through 10,000 in a moment, so speed's coming down. I'll show you briefly again on Volanta what the controllers are contending with at the moment. So we've got our little chain of pilots flying in. We've lost Zato though, so we've got 4 or 5 of us flying in there. We've got London controller as well flying at the same time. So we can expect some parallel approaches, I think, which is going to be epic. Still got a 50 knot tailwind, those Doc's noticed there as well. We're 17 left, 17 right, sorry. So I've pinned the RNAV and...
Southwest 120, reduce speed to 210 knots, please.
210 knots, Southwest 120.
We'll flick the bar, get the lights on. It's good. Signs. Don't need the anti-ice anymore.
3510 Oak City approach. Oak City altimeter 2973, descend to maintain 6000, expect the visual 17 left approach.
Descent maintain 6000, expecting runway 17 left approach, Delta 3510.
Blue line on the nav displays, I missed approach there. Or both RAB. Could be anything. Parallel approach could also result in a parallel landing. Frank, welcome aboard. Thanks for subscribing, buddy. Well, Ram now is a question I don't know the answer to. Hopefully not many. It's early for the controllers. They've got their work cut out for them with all of us flying in at the same time. It's good fun. MPS Gaming, hello buddy, as well, very good, thank you. Still about 90% recovered from COVID. I'm feeling a bit more normal today though, same with yesterday as well. Some of you guys said I sounded a lot better yesterday, I felt a bit better as well.
Oklahoma approach, American 2472 with you, inbound coast.
American 2472, good morning, Oak City altimeter 2973, descend to maintain 5000, expect the visual 17 right approach.
QNH 29.73, descend to 5000 and expect visual approach to runway 1.
Dallas Fort Worth is our diversion today, not that we intend to use it.
Right.
Can't preview an airport if we don't actually go there.
FedEx 456, turn right heading 090.
Right 090, FedEx 456.
W389 is with you, passing flight level 160 for flight level 120.
JetBlue 389, Oak City approach, altimeter 2973, turn left heading 045, vectors for the vectors for final.
Altimeter 2973, and then we'll head 045 degrees, JetBlue 389.
Gotta be on our game now. Prime professional BATSIM pilot. There's the airport, starting to render in the distance. Our first glimpse. Super Gamer, usually within the day. Absolutely, Mark.
FedEx 456, turn right heading 140, join the localizer for runway 17 left, report field in sight.
So speed reduction out to 210 at will. Sticking to the speed constraints.
FedEx 456, clear for the visual, runway 17 left approach.
Clear for visual 17 left, FedEx 456.
Delta 3510, turn left heading 090.
I feel like we're not going to have much time for screenshots here because it's so busy. I don't want to miss a transmission.
Vector for final, Delta 3510.
That'll probably be the last screenshot for today. Is he actually, Fritz? I'm not going to follow that curve because we're not going to be cleared for the final approach. So I need to be careful here.
456, runway 17 left, clear to land. Southwest 120, turn right heading 140, join the localizer, 17 right.
140, join the localizer, Southwest 120.
17 left, clear to land, FedEx 456.
And Southwest 120, airfield is about 15 miles. It's at your 3 o'clock right now. It'll be at your 12 on the rollout. Report field inside.
Yeah, heading mode.
Site right now, Southwest 120.
Southwest 120, clear for the visual 17 right approach.
Cleared the visual 17 right approach, Southwest 120.
Do that now.
JetBlue 389, turn right heading 090.
Right, 090, JetBlue.
Oh yeah, Mark.
JetBlue 389, descend and maintain 6,000.
We're descend and maintain 6,000, JetBlue 389.
And Southwest 120, resume normal speeds.
Normal speed, Southwest 120.
Well, Roger, approach. Good morning.
There's an airplane there.
2339 with you.
So we're technically on
2339, good morning. Oak City approach.
On the vectors section.
Oklahoma City, altimeter 2973. I'll learn
Wiley Post, which is what the warning was for, is there. Easily mistaken, actually.
Descend 5000, expect visual approach 417, 2339.
Oklahoma City approach, November 313, Lima Papa type helicopter, EC-35. Do you have time for a flight following north? 313, Lima Papa, standby 1 second, Southwest 1002, turn right heading 090.
090, right, no, Southwest 1002.
Southwest 1002, descend and maintain 5000, Delta 3510, turn left 10 degrees, vectors for traffic.
Left 10 degrees, Delta 3510.
Descend 5000 for Southwest 1002.
Approach below, Southwest 6 Charlie.
Go flat 5. 14 miles, roughly, actually it's 13. Not even going to tune the ILS. We're going to properly hand fly. We're going to fly a proper visual approach where we don't have any instruments to help us. That would be cheating.
Southwest 120, runway 17 right, clear to land.
There's the extended descent line.
Oak City ground is getting on 121.9. Okay, we'll push ground in C and we'll through Lima Pop, we'll see you then. Southwest 1002, turn right heading 140, join the localizer for 17 right.
Turn right 140, join localizer 17 right for Southwest 1002.
Delta 3510, turn right heading 090, traffic at your 12 o'clock, same direction.
176,
5000, turning right to 140, Boeing 73.
Roger, right turn to 090, we have the task in sight, Delta 3510.
Approach below, Southwest 68 Charlie, Cannon 3.
Southwest 68 Charlie, good morning. Oak City altimeter 2973, descend and maintain 6000, expect the visual 17 left approach.
2973, descend altitude 6000 and
121, what's the ground frequency? I was in the middle of tuning out, 1219.
68 Charlie, it's going to be visual 17 left.
Visual 17 left, please, 68 Charlie.
Delta 3510, turn right heading 140, join the localizer 17 left, port field in sight.
Right heading 140, turn the localizer 17 left, will report the field in sight, Delta 3510.
3510, thanks. Southwest 1002, runway 17 right, clear to land.
Clear land, no 17 right, Southwest 1002.
Weather approach, United 551 with you. descending out of flight level 160.
My thrust.
551, good morning, Oklahoma City, altimeter 2973, descend and
My
maintain
throttle.
5000, expect visual 17 left approach.
Descending to 5000, expecting...
What have we got? 147, 152. Let's set that now.
United 206, 12.2, descending via the start. United 206, good morning, Oklahoma City, altimeter 2973.
3000.
Descend and maintain 6000, expect visual 17 left approach. Descend 6000, expect visual 17, sorry, you said left for United 206? That's correct, 17 left.
Get down flat 15.
Yeah, 206. JetBlue 389, turn right heading...
Approach hello, Southwest 22A, we're inbound Camet descending by the
Yeah, Joey says, so what does A mean before the speed selector? It means above.
We have got information of Pepperbold.
Southwest 2208, good morning, Oak City, altimeter 2973, descend and maintain 5000, expect visual 17 left approach.
Roger, 2973, descend 5,000 feet, expect visual runway 17 left for Southwest 2208.
JetBlue 289, turn right heading 200, join the localizer for 17 left, report field in sight. American 274, turn left heading 360.
We'll turn right heading 200 and then we will report when we have the field in
25 knots, sort of partial crosswind, partial headwind for us at the moment.
Southwest 1002, runway 17 right, clear to land. Delta 3510, runway 17 left, clear to land.
Go down 17 right to Southwest 1002.
FedEx 456, contacting ground, goodbye.
456, thank you, contact ground 121.9er. American
121.9, FedEx 456.
turn right heading 140,
wow, he is
for 17 right.
doing an incredible job. He's controlling two runways at the same time.
Reports on the localizer and report when field in sight for American 2472.
2472, it's going to be 140.
Correction, 140.
JetBlue 389, turn left heading 270.
Left 270, JetBlue 389.
Southwest 120, clear 17 right, talk going to ground.
We've got a 15 knot
Thank you, 121.9er.
grab at the moment, so we're facing actually the terminal, but we're tracking towards the runway.
JetBlue 389 has a field in sight.
JetBlue 389, clear for the visual 17 left. American 2472, turn left heading 090, maintain 5000.
Turn left heading 090, maintain 5000.
Yeah, this wind's very variable, it's quite cool.
17 left, JetBlue 389.
Yeehaw.
Southwest 68 Charlie, turn left heading 090.
That's 090, 68 Charlie. 10.
United 206, turn left heading
All the flare.
206, excuse me, turn left heading 090, vectors for final. 090, United 206. Do you want 210 on the speed? 206, maintain 210 knots until advised. Okay, 210 on the speed, United 206.
He does sound pretty cool, doesn't he, to be honest?
American 2472, turn left heading 360.
Turn left heading 360.
We're going to vacate Alpha A.
Oklahoma, good day, United 1026 for level 200 inbound Kemet. United 1026, good morning. Oak City altimeter 2973, descend and maintain 6000, expect a visual 17 left approach.
Skrrr.
Expect 17 left 6000, 2973 United 1026. JetBlue 389, runway 17 left, clear to land.
Clear down 17 left, JetBlue 389.
Southwest 1002, runway vacated.
Southwest 1002, ground on 121.9er.
Ground 1219, thanks. Southwest 1002, good night.
Southwest 2339, turn right heading 090.
Right, 0.
Oklahoma ground, good morning, Southwest 1002's vacated, Alpha, request taxi to gates.
Not a drop of gin spilled. Nice landing, Captain. A friendly reminder for those flying along, please make sure you leave feedback about your VATS sim controllers.
Morning, taxi to Golf 1 by Alpha, right Golf, cross runway 31 into the terminal for Southwest 1002. What did I miss? Seat 2A, thank you, buddy. Not a drop of gin spilled. Love it. Yes, good point, actually. Well remembered. Controllers don't get feedback enough. Absolutely, Ashley.
Go ahead for 313 Lima Pop. Roger.
November 313 Lima Papa, your flight following your request has been approved. Departure frequency is 124.6 and you can squawk 6236.
Or Spokane, this is your aircraft, so please remain seated so Shannon can come from the back and get an accurate pass.
There's the airport in the distance.
If you're making a connection,
Gonna pre-arm GSX. That was some of the best controlling I've ever heard in a very long time.
6236.
How full on was that?
6236. Remove up.
We've got right Golf, so it's not this one, it's the next one. Let's have a look at the touchdown. Ah, oh, Matthew, I wish I'd have known that earlier. That'd have been cool. Yeah, ground, 0.9. Southwest 1002. That'd have been quite cool. There's our touchdown anyway, so start of the runway, looking down. There's the start of the touchdown zone. And we touch down about, well, just after the halfway point into the touchdown zone, actually, there. Bang centre, no bounces, 1.14 G, 157 foot per minute. Happy with that.
And Rogers ground 3 Lima Pop. Unfortunately, I gotta go. I thought I had more time. I do not. You have a great day.
No worries, we'll see you.
Badger, good effort. Flaps up, all the brakes off. We've got APU running. We've checked that. We're crossing 3-1. That tool was a widget from Flow, and it's where is it called? Landing rate. It's on FS FlightSim.to. Mike, I think so. If Matthew thinks he's a real controller, then I'm sure he probably is a real controller. And you do tend to know that you do tend to hear the difference in ability. Ground 0.9, yeehaw! They shoot revolvers out the window, yeah. Jack the window back and start shooting. And we're going for gate 16, which I think is that one. Golf 1. Oh no, actually, you know what? It's one of these over there. Jolly good. Oklahoma City. Yeah, we got clearance to cross from the controller, initially with the taxi instructions. 12, 14. What they've done with this as well, the iniBuilds scenery, again like Heathrow as well, you can toggle stuff. So you can toggle static vehicles and that sort of thing. HD and SD textures depending on what system spec you have, so you can have some slightly more low resolution textures to help with performance. Like LAX, yeah, and Heathrow.
Ground, hello, JetBlue 389, we've just vacated runway 17 left, request taxi to stand 20 if possible.
JetBlue 389, Rogers ground, welcome. Hold position for 2 seconds, please.
Roger that.
Hard brake. APU's good. Fuel control cut off.
JetBlue 389, taxi to the terminal via right on Echo, left on Golf and Kilo.
Very good parking. We've got a bow though, no Gangnam Style today. In the Marshaller, who is also casually inserted within the baggage trucks. We've ended up in the building. Ooh, frames. Where have they gone? Gonna let it settle for a minute. Turn the control visualizer off. I know, the frames. Sometimes, I mean, I've got 64 gig of RAM, but sometimes it's just trying to load everything in.
With you on taxiway Alpha. Good morning.
Southwest 2339, Rogers ground.
And look,
Good morning
now it's
to
come
you.
back again.
Continue taxi on Alpha, right on Golf. Golf 1 to the terminal, cross runway 31.
Taxi Alpha, Golf to Golf 1.
So lots to explore.
C1 to the terminal.
So we shall leave the folks to disembark. And we will start, I think, at the far end. We'll try and watch some of these touchdowns as well, shall we? So we'll wheel that up. Yeehaw, kick your heels. Fritz is down. There he is. Couple of military boards there as well. How many more we got final? National Air Guard.
Southwest 2339, crossing runway C1.
Southwest 2339, Roger.
Not actually sure what to expect with this, to be honest.
JetBlue 389, looks like you missed the turn there on Golf, no problem. Continue on Echo, left on Echo 8.
This is Ian.
Continue on Echo, left Echo 8, JetBlue 389.
Yes, Ian. American 2472. How many more have we got in left to come?
Sorry about that. I think my chart's just a little bit different to my scenery, but we're all good now.
No problem at all. Do you have the new scenery?
Negative. I do not know what scenery I've got, but I guess we got here in the end.
No worries.
Oh, there are oil drill things as well dotted around somewhere, which we'll go and find.
Any particular stand for Southwest 2339 in mind?
Southwest 2339, negative, take your pick.
Perfect. Thank you very much. 2339.
Awesome touchdown. Let's continue with the journey around the airport. Another one on final. I don't know who the next one is. I think it's one of the Denver crew. Welcome to everybody if you're just tuning in. Oklahoma City from iniBuilds releasing tomorrow. We've been granted the ability to preview it to you guys, so thank you to iniBuilds as well, of course. In addition to that, we're giving away a copy to one of our lucky subscribers on the channel here. And we're checking out all the various parts of the airport, currently at the National Air Guard section. Part of me was kind of hoping for like a Hercules or something to be parked up here. Don't know if they actually operate from here or not, but little long, yeah. City centre in distance in the backdrop. No, Ram. Air National Guard, yeah. Thank you, Alex.
Oklahoma ground, American 2472 has exited the runway at Alpha 7.
American 2472, roger to ground. Hello, welcome to Oklahoma City. Taxi to the terminal via Alpha, right on Golf 1, cross runway 31.
We're going full country with the music now.
Taxi on Alpha, right on Golf 1 and cross runway 31 for American 2472.
Ah, yes. Got to go over here as well. Not Ram, I don't know. I'd assume yes, but sure if some of you guys watching will certainly know the answer to that question. Alita says, is there an issue with the ILS glide slope? Shouldn't be. The ILS, bear in mind we tuned it in. We tuned in the ILS, didn't we, to sort of initially begin to establish on the localizer as we got given instructions to do that. So we tuned the ILS in. We initially let the ILS fly before then hand flying the whole approach. And actually, it seemed to be on profile quite nicely. The prison should have its own ramp on the west of the airfield, Neil says. Is this the prison? Yeah, it looks like it must be. Got fencing and everything. Oh no. Right, you have to bump in the chat when we actually get to the prison then. Other side. Level 99 boss, definitely Ram. Alex saying the Air National Guard tends to provide a lot of the transport and refueling capabilities for the United States Air Force, as well as having some fighter wings in some states. That's pretty cool. Must be part of the Air National Guard, which is basically a volunteer reserve force, right? And then being given an F-18. It's quite nice so far, isn't it? Look at this. Nice big airport.
Via Kilo to the terminal, thanks. Southwest 2208.
Not quite Christchurch level, where they've gone into incredible complex detail of all of the stuff around the airport. But very nice. So far, at least. What else do we need to see? What's this? That would be great fun to train on. Ah. So I'm assuming that's the prison, right? So they've got their own little runway here, which is, if I zoom in, it's that.
Ground American 2472, is it just taxi to gate of choice?
American 24.
And I don't know if you guys noticed, we mentioned about the oil wells that are dotted around. There we are.
Gate 12 is straight ahead, so you can taxi to gate 12.
FM gate 12.
And we're going to have a look at the prison.
You gotta slow down.
Do you want to deboard crew?
Look around you.
No.
Today is just today and not tomorrow. Where you're going.
There's their little apron for the prison as well. Could be some very unique VAT sim ops, couldn't it?
Roger, ground 3-1 signing off. Have a good day. Thank you for the ATC.
You too, see ya.
Roger, Southwest 68 Charlie vacated 17 left.
Oh, there's the Will Rogers VOR.
68 Charlie.
We had that tuned as a backup.
Oklahoma City, continue straight ahead on Golf, right on Kilo to the ramp.
Prison with its own jet bridges. It's actually a huge airport, isn't it? You don't really appreciate it from the charts until you're actually going around and exploring it. We shall leave the wrong uns in the category A. Conair ops, actual Conair ops. Automated says I've seen a 757 used when flying into Colorado Supermax prisons, just an all-white airplane. What do we got over here? Not much to see that bit. Chris says the prison is further south. This gets released tomorrow, Mountain. It's very flat, isn't it? Little oil wells there, drilling away.
Ground, MSFS 51, requesting taxi to gate.
9551 Rogers ground, hello. Welcome to Oklahoma City. Taxi to this terminal via Alpha Golf 1, cross runway.
We still haven't been into the terminal yet.
Taxi via Alpha, then Golf 1, cross runway 31. Yeah, spotted.
Photogrammetry. Wasn't sure if it kind of looked, in a distance, it kind of looked like its own rendered building, which is quite cool. Same with this. From a distance, you don't notice it. It's quite good. Oh, Chris says that's the prison. Where is it? That. I thought someone said it has its own runway. Oh. Let's keep going and see what actually happens when they enter in. Do you notice as well they've actually done the road network around here too? That's quite nice to see.
Cheers.
That's quite cool. You know what? Let me Google it. Maps.google.co.uk. Oklahoma City Airport. Will Rogers. Bingo. Let me just zip. Oh, it's actually a song about Oklahoma. So this is what we're looking at the moment is Oklahoma City Community College. And actually, that looks really good, doesn't it? From here.
Oklahoma City Ground, Delta 510, vacated at...
Yeah, the hexagonal building that we saw over there, it had its own apron
Good morning.
and jet bridges. That is the Federal Transfer Center. That's the prison. That there.
Golf 1 and cross runway 31.
Taxi terminal via Alpha, Golf 1.
And there's more college campus up here.
Delta 510.
One thing they've not done, I know this is a release candidate though, is they've left this road network here, which is weird. There's no exclusion polygons on the scenery, so there's, weirdly enough, vehicles roaming around in this bit, which is very weird to see. But that is something they could fix. Let's go back to the airport. AJ Panani says, can we stop at Waffle House? Sounds like a great idea. Atlantic FPO. Mark. Southwest maintenance. Skywest maintenance rather, not Southwest. We were flying Southwest today. COVID brain. Gonna be my excuse for weeks. What else do we have? Oh yeah, over here somewhere was the... They've got to have put it in, surely. Oklahoma Police Department Airbase. It says there is a road where those cars were driving in the grass. Like an underground road or something else. That's a great idea, Ram. It's a good excuse for it, isn't it? I thought there was a... Brown area is the police airbase, which is this, but I can't see any helipads. What do you mean this? Yeah, I'm not seeing no helipads. Oh, that's a shame, not modelled. That would have been good for helicopter stuff. Right, what else have we got? Cargo apron. I do like the little oil wells animated. There's the Oklahoma City version of Snowbase. and that's going to take us to the apron. So,
Target United 206, just joining aircraft.
United 206, Rogers ground. Hello, welcome to Oklahoma City, taxi to the terminal.
that's the
via
cargo
Echo,
section.
Left on Golf, right on Kilo.
Echo Golf Kilo United 206.
Not really much to see there. There's sort of generic looking cargo buildings with some. What's nice is some actual like FedEx trucks and things on the lorry bays. But I did notice over here, if we go round, they've got bits of the landside areas textured in as well. Quality Inn Hotel as well. I assume that is a statue of wheat. That is what Oklahoma is known for. Natural gas for vehicles. That brings us back to this bit. Doing everything until we get to the terminal left. That's the only thing we'll have left, basically. Oh my goodness. You know what I've clicked? Click that death switch that locks the camera. See that? So the only way to fix that, I don't know what triggers that in the sim. You have to then go back out like that. Bloody annoying. Oh well, we're doing well. We'll head back to where we started. Before we did that little camera reset. Iron feathers, AJ Fanani saying that. There's statues that we saw there that I thought might be linked to wheat or something. It says there, the iron feathers are a tribute to Native American roots. That's nice. One of those things actually I think is important that gets put into a scenery in the sim. It's nice to see they've done that. Matthew, I think it would be the cheapest Jet A1 ever, wouldn't it? It's surprisingly huge actually, isn't it? I'm actually quite surprised with how big the airport is. Should we do it? I reckon we find the approach road. Don't know what the retail price is, Gadget, yet. Oh my god, we got a truck towards. That's the hang up of Bop, Chris says, the one we just saw a moment ago. We want to go to departures. Yes. Here we are. Assume that is Will Rogers on his horsey. Let's see what we got inside. Nice passenger information stands. I'm interested to know, you know, those of you who are watching who have got perhaps a good knowledge of Oklahoma for real. I've just gone outside. I'm terrible at drone cameras. Yeah, no ambient sound. Yeah, I'd be interested to know what you guys think if you know what the airport is like in real life. Empty downstairs, assuming this is arrival. Escalator to nowhere.
Ground Southwest 221 with you at Echo 12.
Break screen.
2281 Riders grounded low, welcome to Oklahoma City.
Yeah, Dorman, that's it. The interiors aren't too much of a bad thing, are they? When you're pulling up to the terminal, it's quite nice to see stuff inside, but inside, we're never too fussed. Occasionally, though, when we have a look at the, yeah, like yesterday's Christchurch airport scenery that was so well detailed and so complex, yet so well optimized as well, it does blow you away. This is really nice. Look at these, the piers have done, they've been doing really, really well. No Osprey Lounge here, unfortunately. Yeah, Dorman, he's kind of market leading, isn't it? The Christchurch airport scenery. Do a little rotation, we'll zoom back because there was a cafe that we saw on the way. There we are. What's that? In-flight cantina, is it? Or OKC flight cantina. iniBuilds, welcome to the chat, folks. Do we know, I suppose it's a question for iniBuilds actually, somebody was asking a few moments ago, do we know what this is going to be retailed at tomorrow on launch day? That's quite cool. There's a lot of scenery releasing all roughly at the same time, isn't there, Ian? It's great. They're all really well detailed and nicely optimized. Now that, I'm hungry already, but that looks great. Like flamed. Still going with the country music. We need to see what this looks like at night as well, don't we? This keeps going. You see, you know what? It looks like a small airport, but it's surprisingly huge. But look at that. Haha, that's quite cool. Vino Volo. That to me sounds like a wine bar. Sounds good. That is the terminal. Should we wind the time forwards? All round, this is really good, isn't it? Nice job. Bit of Con Air flight stuff as well for those of you who like to fly the cons about. We go to sunrise, so we can kind of see what it looks like on the outside at sunrise. Glass textures look fantastic. Look at that. Fine. 2 days of temptation. Go through the glass and we'll poke over the roof. Nice and bright inside. They've done a great job with the glass texturing outside as well. Having that sort of see-through glass at relevant sections. As you're pulling up on stand, you can see things in the terminal. Look at that. Cornelius, thanks buddy. Garagey area down there as well. And we can wind the time to darkness using Flow Pro from Parallel 4.2. Go to deep darkness, 4 in the morning. There we are. Hey, you know what we haven't seen yet? We haven't been to the control tower. Which is there. The one place we haven't yet visited. AJ Fernani, there we go, tower view. Great minds think alike. Surprisingly vast. I can't believe how huge the airport is. Very, very nice. Joey, no worries, buddy.
Echo 8 for Southwest 2201.
Mark says, I can't begin to describe how much I need this. JJ's asking what PMDG 737 is the best. You know what? They're all fantastic. So, A, whatever sort of operations you'd like to fly, and B, whatever your budget is as well. The 2 runways are 5,000 feet apart, for it says. My goodness. Hey, look at the tower.
We'll do Echo 8 and just park wherever, Southwest 221, thank you.
Southwest 2281, roger.
We can watch that Southwest park up from our screen in the tower. Should we draw the winner, folks? Good luck to everybody who entered. 89 eligible entries. And the answer, of course, was B738. The question being, what is the ICAO aircraft type code for the Boeing 737-800? That is, so it's the B738. The 737-900 would be the B739. 737 MAX 8 is B38M, I think, something weird like that. But the subscriber today that has won the copy of this, that fantastic iniBuilds Oklahoma City Will Rogers Airport scenery, releasing tomorrow, the 22nd of February 2023, the Microsoft Flight Simulator is Ank. Congratulations to you. Do give us a little wave if you're still watching. To claim your prize as well, make sure you email me, britishavgeek1@gmail.com, or hit me up on Discord with a direct message. Within 24 hours of today, of now, 16:05 tomorrow, and we'll get it all sorted. Thank you to our ATC today. Thanks to those of you who flew along as well. And we've had some properly decent looking liveries today as well. Retro Southwest coming in. As we said at the start, Let me just get rid of the Nightbot link thing. Timer, because otherwise the question will keep popping and popping and popping and popping. Yeah, so this is releasing tomorrow, folks, on the iniBuilds store. The link to it is in the description for today's live stream if you do want to get your hands on it. And let us know what you think when you do purchase it, and share your screenshots, all that sort of thing, in our Discord server too. Make sure you join us tomorrow as well. There we are. Yeah, make sure you join us tomorrow, folks. We are live in the fly-by-wire A32NX, so we'll download the experimental branch for tomorrow as well. And we're going to be flying to the new version 2 Berlin-Brandenburg, releasing in 2 days from Aerosoft. So again, another preview 24 hours in advance of its release. We're going to be flying out of Keflavik for Play Airlines. We'll sign play up, and we're going to be heading off to Berlin. Right, hopefully we're back. Yeah, we should be back. Weirdly enough, I think my internet actually just went down briefly because I got disconnected from VATSIM completely as well. Weirdly enough, having a few issues there. But, yeah, tomorrow, Berlin-Brandenburg version 2. Thank you to iniBuilds for sending us this preview stream today. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys tomorrow, 1 o'clock UK time. Hit like and subscribe before you head off. Thank you to Seat2 Alpha for your tips earlier on, and Timeo as well, and Iced Tea. And welcome to Rich and Callie and Airdog as well, 2 new channel members today too. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of the day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.